Hey, what's going on guys, Mixube here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Jeskai control deck for historic best of 3. So while I don't typically play a ton of best of 3 or even historic on the channel, the historic challenge is back, and that's an amazing way to farm gold, packs, and by extension grow your wildcard collection and your collection as a whole. So I've made the investment and I've crafted about 15 rares and mythics because I had some of this deck. Like I had the Shocklands from before and I had a couple of the Mystical Archive cards, but I didn't have everything. But I decided, you know what, I love Jeskai control. I'm a huge fan of control and it's very good right now in the historic meta. So we're gonna craft the deck and we're gonna hopefully make back all the wild cards that we've put into the deck. And I just wanted to play more historic in general because I'm a big fan of the format, watch a lot of YouTubers and streamers play it. So again to the list, this list here is inspired by one that Croaky's put up about a month ago. I just thought it was so cool. I did a ton of research into historic meta decks basically, and Jeskai in particular, and a lot of them were built for the time warp meta with the combo where you basically blow up your treasure and get the Lorehole Dragon and you take a million extra turns, but that's banned. So a lot of those decks are tuned for that matchup, while this deck isn't exactly. So I think it's a better reflection of the current meta because this deck was tuned for more Jeskai mirrors and more Phoenix, which is what I expect to face now that the Jeskai turns deck is gone. Anyways, it's a little bit different and I'll get into the list very quickly. Brainstorm, obviously, it's a control deck. You gotta have 4 Brainstorms. Sensor's cool. It's not an open deck list event, so we might be able to catch a couple people. You can also just cycle it for a blue. Memory Lapse, 3 copies and 1 veto. If you want, you can run 4 Memory Lapse. I've just had not mixed success with the card, but I like it. I just like having the uncounterability of veto, and it's very difficult for me to fill this deck out. There's a ton of cards I wanted to play, so you can definitely cut the first veto and put it in the sideboard and play the 4th Memory Lapse. Search for Rescanta, great card, really good in slower matchups, bad in anything aggressive, but in a lot of the Jeskai mirrors, which I expect to face, hopefully Search will put in some work. Expressive Iteration, great card. Very slow, but can get you through your deck. Justice Strike, good against aggro. Helix is Helix, you need it against anything aggressive. Clarion and the Wraths, because it is a arena event and not a competitive tournament, so we expect to face more aggressive players. We also have more Wraths in the sideboard. Narset, it's Narset, not much to explain there. We have the Big Teferi, not 4 copies. It is painfully slow and you will typically fight a ton of wars trying to get this thing down, but it is an amazing card, so 3 copies in total. Commit to Memory, good with Narset. Commit can send something back on the stack. Memory, I've had a bit of success with. I've cast this thing without Narset on the board sometimes, and it's fairly painful because your opponent gets a fresh hand, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But Memory and Narset is very solid as the meme goes. And some Shark Typhoons because oh my god, sorry. A uncounterable threat is very good, and sometimes slamming it can win you the game. Replaces itself, cycles, good card. Mana base, honestly, I didn't want to craft the other Glacial Fortress, so we're running 4 Hollowed Fountains. If you have 2 Glacial Fortresses, just put 1 in and play 3 Hollowed Fountains. Aside from that, mana base is pretty standard. 4 Passage, some people are running 3, I like 4, I think it's really good with Brainstorm. Triome has land types, can cycle. Art and Veil can be a win con. Anyways, sideboard, we got Kahira because we don't run any creatures. Authority against anything aggressive. Baffling End against anything aggressive, anything that has creatures. Rest in Peace for all the graveyard decks. We're in Jeskai, we get to play this card, really good. Gust, you guys know Gust. Fry, I mean, this was also kind of here for the Jeskai matchup, the turns one, but it's good against control mirrors, right? Takes out Teferi, takes out Narset. More vetoes because in the control mirrors they're very good. Dispute, I mean, there's some rogues, you can play it there. Teamer stuff. Jeskai mirrors, Clarion and Wrath of God, more Wraths, your other Shark Typhoon in case you're in those control mirrors, and Chandra as a sort of stalemate breaker, can't be countered. I saw a lot of people used to play this, I say used to like a month ago, but it's kind of fallen out of favor. I want to try it in this deck and see how it plays. Anyways, I don't think this is the perfect Jeskai build, and I'm just kind of learning the format. Like, I've watched a ton of content on it, but I haven't played it a ton myself, so bear with me if the gameplay isn't perfect. I've also been out for 2 nights in a row kind of partying, so you know, there's that. Anyways, it'll be in the description down below as always. If you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing. It motivates me to make more content. So without further ado, let's get into some games. Okay, on the play, let's go. And we immediately have to mulligan. Okay, better. Still not perfect, but better. Drop off basic land. And we can just... Oh, wow, that was some lag. Okay. Very cool. No companion hint. So we'll see what we're up against. I'm not going to play this on 2. That's just not happening. Okay. I think we hold open veto. And pass. Against a glacial fortress, I think it's worth not saving the 2 life and just shocking in Narset on turn 3. Okay. Could just be blue-white. Cool. I'm going to... Well, I could slam Narset here. And if they don't have anything, sweet. Or I could just play 1/1 Shark. They only have 2 mana. They can have their own memory lapses. I'm just going to cycle Shark. Play it safer. Try to hit my lands. Opponent played Brainstorm. Okay, so maybe Narset would have been better. I'm just playing it safe. Looks immediately like a control mirror. Maybe blue-white without Kahira. Maybe Jeskai without Kahira. I'm happy we have Iteration to help us hit land. It also gets past Narset. Definitely shock in here to make a 1/1 Shark. Opponent's locked for the meantime. Okay, they play tap land. Let's cycle. 1/1 Shark secured. Helix and Sensor. Okay. I attack with my 1/1 Shark. Let's play the Iteration, try to hit lands. If they counter the Iteration, I'll cycle Sensor. Because we cannot fall behind on mana. They lapse, okay. I'm gonna cycle Sensor now. If not, Iteration will go to the top of my deck. Perfect, we hit land. Nice. I could have shocked it in and bluffed a Dispute. That might have been the play. But staking 2 life on a bluff just doesn't sound great. Okay, opponent's going to minus their Narset. So, are they locked? I'm not even sure. I know they... No, I think they were locked. I'm not sure how unlocked they got with Narset. I think they unlocked 1 card. And we're going to draw Iteration, and it will help us get toward more land, which is very nice. Opponent's running ECD, which is very expensive. Okay. Interesting. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They will not have to discard, but they have to play, or they should play land. My Shark can pick at the Narset, or we can just Helix it. We can resolve our own Narset if we want to. Okay, untapped blue. I'm going to start with Iteration. Okay, those are good. So what do I want in my hand? How much mana do I want this turn? I think I want the Triome in my hand. Ooh, but it depends. Am I going to play Narset here? The opponent can go untap land into ECD, which doesn't sound amazing, but then I can get Tef down and tuck the ECD. And then they have to be able to deal with my Tef. Or I could go tap land, hold open, veto, attack. They get another card off Narset. That doesn't sound amazing. I could slam my own Narset, get another card deeper. They ECD it. I think we'd be aggressive and we slam Narset. So I'll put this in my hand, this in my library, and exile the Passage. Play the Passage. Get a bit more red. And I'll play out my Narset. I know they have the answer, but it really taxes their mana. Iteration. And I'll send the shark at Narset.
Interesting technique.
If they want to search or they want to minus their Narset, they have to take it out. And now I can slam Tef on this board and just hope they don't have another, what's it called? Another ECD. Okay, they have their own Tef, which is a problem. Slight problem. I could Tef plus. Yeah, I think Tef plus is pretty good because we get the hold open veto. Okay. We get taxed on it, so I'm a bit of a donkey.
Let's slow this down. Keep up the pace.
Other Tef. Cool. So we don't actually get the hold open veto. Yeah. 4 mana. The problem is if I tucked the ECD, then they would have slammed their Tef and tucked my Tef. Oh, they just draw. Okay. That's interesting. So now what? Do I Tef plus? Or do I tuck something? Interesting spot. Maybe I should have just minused on this ECD to force a tap out. They're going to get Narset back, which is an issue, but we can technically double Helix it. Doesn't sound great, though. I could send back their Tev. Try to hit land this way. We have backup Tev. They get Narset. We'll hit it in Helix. Okay. Then we'll go up to 6 loyalty. Minus go to 4. Alright, this seems fine. Let's start... let's start with iteration. We'll start here, see if we could hit some more lands. If the opponent wants to counter this, so be it. Drawing a lot of our anti-creature cards, which is unfortunate. They veto it? Sure. I'm going to tuck their Teferi.
You need to slow down.
Attack with the shark. They get to reanimate Narset. We're still holding open veto for the meantime. Art and Veil's a problem. A long-term problem. But right now my Teferi plus isn't amazing. Okay, they fetched Teferi again. Cool. I can veto it. Yep. Vetoed. They have something. That is good to know. Cool. Okay, passage is land. So let's start by attacking Narset. Don't want to plus this right into a Narset passive. And we'll Helix. They memory lapse. Okay, I guess I'm helixing again.
I was not prepared for this.
I don't really want to draw this, so I will crack my passage, shuffle up my deck, unlock myself. We can grab a plains, seems fine. Plus my Tef.
Hurry.
Actually draw a card, Narset seems good. We get to search for a 2-mana piece of interaction.
Meditate and prepare.
Or we can search for a shark. Shark seems good. And it will hold priority. We get to bluff. The opponent, if we pick Censor, will just play around it. Sure, let's grab shark. Untap the triomes and pass. So, okay, opponent has 2 castles, which are going to be a long-term problem, but we have 2 planeswalkers, a shark, a Teferi in hand. This Wrath seems pretty bad. At least at the moment, and I think they're ahead on clock. Yeah, they are. They slam a Shark Typhoon. I can just Tef minus it, so I'm not sure why they're doing that. Castle's good. Start here.
Thoughtfulness before action.
Brainstorms or iteration? I think we take, well, it's kind of close, right? We have no shuffle effect, so I think right now we take iteration. It gets us pretty deep also. Do I just tuck the shark? I guess, right? Shark down. Cool. Now, do I play Tef into a potential veto or lapse? I could try to slam my own Shark Typhoon, or I could just hold it open. I think since they only have 2 mana, it's worth trying to bait a counter. Tef resolves. Let's go.
Trust me. You'll thank me. We need to move.
Clarion, not exactly what I'm looking for. Do I buy Kahira? No, I don't buy Kahira. We untap Castle here, and we threaten to make a 1/1 at instant speed. And the opponent scoops it up. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we pretty much have full control of this game. We take over with the Planeswalkers. Now, I was expecting a lot of Jeskai mirrors, but I guess blue-white mirrors are very similar. So, Dispute, Shark, Fry, Chandra, Vetoes. Seems bad, seems bad, seems bad, seems bad, seems bad, seems bad. I mean, this seems like decent, but not great. So what don't we want? Don't want Wraths. Don't want Clarion. Definitely don't want Justice Strike, and we can cut some Helix. Because these can still pick off Narsets, which is pretty okay. Brainstorm good, Censor good, Lapse good, Ascanta good, Fry good, Veto good, Iteration good, gets past Narset. Helix, okay. One Dispute, fine, good, 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 and good because uncounterable. They do run ECDs, so that's an issue. But we should be okay with this. Let's run it back. Or not run it back without sideboarding, but you guys get what I'm saying. Also, I respect playing blue-white in this event. It is a very, how should I put it? It's a timed event, so playing control isn't the best play if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck. Opponent takes a mulligan, and I'm going to keep this hand. Brainstorm and 2 counterspell seems pretty nice. Okay, tapped Glacial Fortress. I don't think I hold open Brainstorm just yet. I think I just get the Triumph down. I could have just gone with Island, then I have untapped everything else. Search for Ascant is a good one. Iteration. Let's pass. Hold everything open. It's a nice little advantage to have by them. Okay, to the top. Do I Brainstorm? I mean, I'm not exactly looking for something. I could do it to get deeper into my deck, and it might bait out a counter. Sure, let's Brainstorm. If it gets countered, so be it. There's a passage, very good. So we can put back these 2. Sorry, I meant to click this. Is it not? Okay, submit, submit. Cool. I mean, slightly locked, but it's not a big deal. Second Brainstorm, by the way. Do I play Fabled Passage? And just shuffle away this land after I... Well, I mean, I can kind of get unlocked. Man, lots of decisions to make. I think I play Untap Land for now. Just to hold open everything. And then try to unlock myself again next turn with this Fabled Passage, while also holding open Dovin's Veto and Memory Lapse. They make a 1/1 Shark. Okay. No biggie. I can make bigger sharks than that. It's fine. Or like eventually I'll be able to. Main deck Absorb. Good to know. Didn't see that last game. Or maybe not main deck, but you know what I'm saying. I take 1 damage. Okay, let's Brainstorm now. Nice. Okay, so like Not exactly locked. This is okay. I'm going to need lands eventually. So this is fine. We'll play Fabled Passage and pass the turn. Hold everything open. Tutu Shark. Cool. I mean, I can also make a 2/2 Shark. I might make one on end step, like their end step, if there's nothing I need to counter. Didn't mean to put a stop there. Also to the top, opponent not very aggressive with their Ascanta. But that's 2 sharks down on 2 very low power and toughness sharks. Opponent's scared of a 2/2 shark. Respecting the 2/2. I'll take it. That's fine. We're not in danger right now. Passage of their own. And they pass turn. Okay. I'm going to fetch planes. And now we're going to make a 2/2 in response. On end step. The opponent can start making Ardenvale 1/1s, but I'm not that scared of Castle at this stage of the game. Okay, there's a Fry. I think I just hold everything open, and we pass. I could have also gone for an iteration there, but we have lands. I'd rather cast the iteration when I don't have any lands to make. And right now we're holding open 2 counters and a dispute. So that's pretty cool. And they make a 1/1. Okay. Their 1/1s aren't very scary because I have a 2/2 shark to block, and after taking a hit from one 2/2 shark, I could just make a 3/3 shark. Like, it's not a huge deal. Or if they just attack with a 2/2 and offer a trade, I can make a 3/3 and we're chilling. So, do I just... I think I lapse this to Fairy. And then... So what's the best way to answer this Tef? I think it is a lapse, right? It's super expensive. They redraw it. Have to pay for it again. Attack with the 2/2. Is that fine? I could have also just fried it if they plussed, but I think it's worth a lapse. I think taking 2 here is okay. And we can pass turn, no biggie. So I want to get to a spot where I'll be able to slam Shark Typhoon. I'm assuming they're going to try to recast this Tef. Maybe I iteration. I want to do more with my mana, so I think I iteration here. Okay. Well, Brainstorm can go to my hand, I guess. Well, maybe we exile Brainstorm and play... What? The Steam Mints? Nah, we'll put this in our hand. Do I want 4 untapped mana? I mean... 3 seems okay. Sure. Let's just take the Triome. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have just took the 2-life L. But I think it's fine all in all. They bin the Teferi. That's true. They could have just done that. So... I think I keep taking this 2 damage. I think at some point soon I'm going to make a 3/3 shark. Or a bigger shark to be able to block this thing. I could just dispute this away. Or what, Fry? Yeah, so I dispute this away. But if I do, then I slam Shark. And then how do they get rid of it? ECD? Yeah, they have main deck answers to Shark. Maybe I just let them... No, because then they get a card deeper. It's not amazing. But you know what? I think that's fine. I get to use a Fry. We get to draw with Brainstorm. Okay, let's use our Fry on this Planeswalker and let's get deeper into the deck with Brainstorm first. Okay. Put you 2 away. Should be fine. Okay, we let that resolve. I'm less worried about the card, I'm more worried about the 2 mana.
Hide from the world any longer.
Okay. I'm going to let them untap the lands first because this is uncounterable and they might fuck up and play a counterspell. Mm-hmm. Here we go.
That didn't go according to plan.
So 6 mana. I can slam Chandra, which is hilarious, and just sweep the board. Can't get countered. What are they going to do? ECD after that? Or I can go as Kanta and then chill. I think we do go for this Chandra minus and then force them to answer it right away. I'm going to play this to have a Triome open. Can't be countered. So I know I'm theoretically missing out on 2 damage, but I just want to be super safe about this and wipe the board here.
Check out these fireworks.
Like I said, this card can be such a stalemate breaker. And at least we have our own Azcanta, so hopefully we can get that down soon. They transform theirs. ECD. As expected.
You're gonna be sorry when I come back.
As expected. So do I try to get my Azcanta down? I think so. Let's try to get it played. Gets vetoed. Alright, so I can try to clean resolve Shark Typhoon here. Right now we're going to get taxed on everything, so I have to remember 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if I shock this and I can't hold open Dispute, but I'd be able to technically make a bigger shark. The question is, do I slam just another Shark Typhoon? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. If I pay this life, I can make a bigger shark. Can make a 4/4 shark. I don't think I want to do that this turn though. I think I'm better off just holding open Veto and maybe cycling Triome. So we're gonna play this tapped. All right. There's the tax. Okay. If the opponent's just passing, I'm pretty happy. And I'm good to just cycle this Triome. Narset. Good card. And Censor. What's this going to reanimate? Tef? And that's slightly an issue. So what, do I just try to get this down? The tax, plus the ECD about to go off and reanimate a Planeswalker, plus the Art and Veil is a problem. I think I just hold open Shark, and then try to cycle it, take out Teferi. Also, being able to hold open all these counter spells are pretty nice. Okay, they just draw off as Kanta, which also isn't amazing, but it's okay. Veto doesn't stop you from my Shark. Okay, they reanimate one Tef. Have I seen any Tefs this game? I don't think so. Nope. I've seen a lot of Brainstorms though. Okay, and now Tef's gonna start drawing cards. Narset comes down. How much do I care about Narset? I mean, I care. If I veto it, they can't veto my veto, but we lose our veto. I think that's worth countering. I still get to make a... How big is my shark gonna be? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. F is 6. We let Narset resolve, at least for now. Our shark has to be big enough to eat Tef and stuff. Brainstorm, good card. Untap some lands. Yeah, this Tef is a problem. Five, 6. I don't know if they can answer a instant speed shark without a shark of their own, but that's good. How big would their shark be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also 6. So, I mean, at least they trade, right? In theory. Oh my god. I send shark at Teferi. Settle the wreckage? Man, there's no way. They actually sided in settle. I'm gonna veto this. Honestly, it's tough, but I have to get rid of Tef. It's tough out here. Do you have another settle? If you do, it's just like, alright, you sided in 2 settles against a Jeskai player. 1/1 shark. Okay. Alright, I understand. Alright, that's 3 sharks down. They have 1 mana. I'm playing Narset. Right now they have to cast their Brainstorm into this, or they don't get to draw the cards because they've already drawn 1. Okay, and with all this mana up, you know what? I'm gonna censor this. We are censoring a Brainstorm. Oh no, they played Dispute? I could just pay for that, no? Or I could dispute their dispute, or I can censor their dispute. I'm gonna censor their dispute. Well, I guess we pay... Okay, let's say we pay for it. We have 1 mana. We can either cycle censor or maybe dispute something. Alright, let's pay for it. I pay the cost.
I train every day. No one
Okay, iteration. Well, that's a card. And now we're either gonna cycle censor or dispute something, maybe. Okay, there's a Narset minus. At least Tef Plus isn't super scary right now. Although Emblem is coming. Long game. Hopefully you guys like Gandalf mirrors. Absorb. Okay. And Castle. So we know they have 2 counter spells, a Brainstorm, which is dead right now, a Tef Plus, which doesn't do anything right now, and they have to deal with my 6/6 shark. So I'm not sure who's favored right now. It's fairly close. They have Azcanta flipped and 2 castles, which I'm sure is really nice. They slam a shark. Do I force dispute that? They could just pay 3 mana. But if they do, then I might be able to force through shark. I think we just try to tax them on some mana right now. I understand they can pay it, or they can counter it, but in any case, they don't get to use their mana more productively, and we might get to slam a shark of our own. Okay, they pay for it. Okay. I mean, unless they're going to minus their Tef, they still plus it for the untap and all that stuff. Yeah. And now they have 3 mana. Exactly. So we can censor a absorb if they go for it. There's a commit. 12 minutes on the timer. Alright, that's interesting. Narset minus. That's a lot of cards. That is a lot of cards. So it's either Lapse or Tef, right? We have 9 mana. I'm gonna take Tef. I think we're at that point in the game. I can commit the shark. I could try to get my own shark through. If I try to, or I could just try to cycle this shark. Honestly, that might be the plan. Okay, this thing minuses. It takes a while before it emblems. Let's take out Narset. because that's like the immediate concern. Things just sitting on the board, making sure I can't draw. Okay, Narset down.
I won't forget our time together.
Do I try to force through a Tef? They could veto it. They might absorb it. I think in any case I just commit first. But do I commit? I think I just commit the Shark Typhoon. Let's go for that first. And see how they want to respond. If they counter this, they know I get Tef. So it kind of puts them in a tight spot, and if they don't counter it, they don't get any value from their Shark Typhoon except for forcing me to use a commit, or quote-unquote forcing me to use a commit. They let it go. And with that, we pass the turn. Yep. That's pretty much how I thought that would go. You don't want to brainstorm into a Narset. Tef Plus doesn't do anything. Or it untaps some lands, which is pretty good, I guess. And they Tef minus my 6/6. Okay. So now Tef has 4 loyalty. Irritating that the shark doesn't take it out. So do I just wait on that? I think I cycle my sensor here. I think we just chill. Land. Alright, land is fine. We can make a 2/2 shark. Sharks on top of their library. Let's just pass. Okay, what's the plan now? Iteration. Let's go with iteration. See if this resolves. Put them into your hand. Shark. Put them into your library. Exile one of them. This. Let's try again. I say try again. I'm not mad at hitting a shark. Put one of them into your hand. I guess we're taking Censor. Library. Exile. And now what we have... a 4/4 shark. That's not even big enough. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think we're just passing here. I'm starting to get worried about my clock. Ardenvale 1/1. Secured. Azcanta. Secured. Okay, how many more counters do I have in my deck? 2 mana relapses and 2 vetoes. Okay. Oh, we have some sharks. So sharks are pretty good against Dovin's veto and... Okay, let's get against shark. But yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. Long game. I think the opponent's best bet is hoping this goes to time, honestly. I'm gonna crack this and we're gonna make sure our Narset survives. So what? 4/4? I probably could have made it a 2/2 and like held open a potential counter spell. In case I drew one right here. Or just censor. Yeah, just land. Okay. But size might matter when it comes to these sharks. And then playing with Tef on the board is very difficult to deal with. The fact that they have 1 settle is just so off. Tough game, honestly. If I lose this to time, I'm going to be so annoyed. Yeah, but we're playing slow. That's on me. Minus the shark. Okay. Slams Narset. Narset will keep digging. Cast out. Sure. Helix. But Helix, though. Oh man, this is tough. I can go for a memory, which is pretty funny. But that's not the play. I think we just make Big Shark. I don't want to play into their counter spells very much. So on upkeep, I'm going to Helix Narset. Yeah. Opponent makes a 1/1. Okay. I mean, we also have Shark, but they have Castle, which is frustrating because I also run 2 castles, just haven't found any. Let's shoot this Narset, see if that resolves. Absorb. Okay. That's fine. I could have made sure that resolved, but it's okay. Do we just make a massive Shark? Or do we leave open 2 mana? I think we leave open 2 mana. So QQ, how much do I have? I have 9 mana. So we make a... What? We want... So... Hold on. Quick math right here, boys. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5/5 Shark. Just in case we actually draw a piece of 2 mana interaction. Cast out. Can't even censor, which is so frustrating. Okay. Let's see what we draw. And land. You know what? I have 7 minutes on the clock. We're gonna scoop this game up because the opponent has like every advantage. And we're gonna see if we can kill them in 7 minutes. Okay. This is gonna be tough. I can put in another Helix, but that doesn't seem very good. I mean, I think we just run it back and we hope to kill them quickly. Oh man. Tough game, guys. Tough game. I probably should have scooped that up like 5-6 minutes ago just to give myself more time on the clock. But let's go. We're going to play faster. That's a keep. Let's go. 7 minutes to 16 minutes. They have 10 more minutes than I do. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're on demon time, boys. Okay. Brainstorm. Let's go. Unlocked right away. Let's get more blue. Sorry if I'm not talking too much. I want to make sure I don't time out. Let's be aggressive. We pretty much have to be, right? Turn 3 Narset. Can you answer it? Doesn't look like it. Let's go. Okay, I swear I'm spamming that. Lapse. Easy pick. I think this is like the second memory lapse we've seen, which is pretty funny. Okay. I search again with Narset. Veto, sweet. And I'm going to... Do I want 4 mana open? I think I do. Plus it lets me unlock my Brainstorm. 5 minutes. Oh boy. I really have to kill my opponent. This is an issue. Big issue. Okay. We're blocking. I am cracking this passage and blocking. My opponent can resolve a Narset and I can fry it. Let's get a bit more white. I want to be able to make the Arnvale 1/1s, should it come to that. More veto. I block. Okay, now what is my opponent going to resolve? They don't actually resolve anything. Cool. Okay, let's go. I swear I'm pressing the end turn button. It's not ending my turn, which is stressful as hell. 2/2 Shark. Literally might fry it to keep this Gnar set up. I think it's worth it. That's their second Shark Typhoon. I get to hold open Lapse and Veto even after this, which is pretty good. That's 2 Sharks down. Castle is super frustrating. Big problem. Let's brainstorm. We could put back a commit and what? I guess a veto for now. What would I rather draw? I think I would rather draw veto, honestly. All right, we have to put a clock on. We have to put him on a clock. Let's go. Let's put him on a clock. We have 4 minutes. We have to kill them.
Anyone who stands in my way is
Chandra plus is a way to do it.
Hope it's not too hot for you.
And no attacks. Not yet. They're going to make a 1/1 with the castle to try to take out this Narset. Having no untapped mana is a big problem. Dream Trawler. Interesting. Did not expect that. Could I minus it, like, technically? I mean, I guess I just plus and have to, like, tap this thing down a lot.
Let's get toasty.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing. We're gonna commit this thing. So, yeah. Basically, slamming this Chandra was problematic, or wasn't a problem until they actually had Dream Trawler, which I don't think we can even answer post board. I commit. Yeah, I know. I know you're gonna do that. That's okay. We pretty much have to. Second Trawler. Okay, relax. Chill. Chill. You're gonna be fine. Relax. Opponent doesn't have to bug. I have to bug. I'm the one on the clock here. Memory? Make them lose their hand? I mean, I kind of like my hand. Oh, man. But does it deal with Trawler? What can I even draw to deal with Trawler? Like, sharks? I guess I really, really need sharks. Can I even tap them down at instant speed? Like, not really. So they draw one card, and they would have to, like, use it to tap the Trawler. Do I just look for a shark here? I think that's one of my better bets. Okay. Censor, I guess we take. Doesn't really matter. Not casting any of this stuff. I can cycle Censor. Okay. I plus again.
No pressure.
No attacks. I don't know if I made the right call slamming Chandra there, but I hadn't seen Dream Troll in games 1 or 2. And if they didn't have something exactly like this, then we would have been fine for the most part. Too bad this gains so much life. Send it at Chandra, that's actually completely fine. No draw, which is nice. It just gains a lot of life, which I'm concerned about. I didn't know to bring in my Wraths, right? We didn't see any Dream Trawlers. And I'm going to time out. I shouldn't have slammed this on 6. If I had more time, I wouldn't have. ECD. Nope. That's a no. Okay, I'm going to shoot this 1-1 because it's basically stopping me from attacking with my shark. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. Am I playing memory? Let's play memory. Absorb. Fuck. Way too aggressive. I'm playing this way too aggressive. We're about to run out of time, right? I'm trying to find some sharks to block and trade with this thing. We have no rats in the deck. I mean, it doesn't draw them any cards, but it gains them a fuck ton of life every turn. And they could just keep sending this thing face. They send it at Narset, okay. No draw, and now that's a problem. Second trawler.
Reached my limit.
Yeah. Second trawler. Narset. Narset, please. We have a minute 40.
I know 88 ways to defeat you.
Sharks. Oh my god, no sharks. I can't take another Narset. Iteration. Sharks. Helix. Put one in my hand. Helix. Library. Cast. I have 4 sharks. I've not found any of them. Cool. I guess I plus here. They're gonna gain like so much life. It's just depressing. Okay. Man, without these trawlers, this Chandra would have carried that game. Okay, let's see how they attack. They won't draw any cards off this. Both at Narset. I can prevent 4 life. I don't think that's worth it yet. No blocks. We're about to timeout. God, they go up to 8.
I shall miss your
Man, if I had 1 Wrath. Search for Azcanta. It's whatever right now. We're not playing a long game. We got 48 seconds to go. Okay. No, not like this. Even if I find Shark. Brainstorm. Brainstorm. Shark! We did it! Helix gone. Iteration gone. Oh my god, I have 30 seconds. I don't have enough time for this. I guess I keep going with this, right? They say good game. Yeah, GG's, man. I found my shark. Honestly, I wouldn't have had to play so aggressively if I had more time. But it is what it is. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna let the freaking... I'm gonna let myself get roped out. Man, I don't even feel like I took that long. It be what it be. It's okay. We have our clock. They have their clock. Anyways, can you really blame me for not siding in any Wraths? We're dead to time. Look at the little clock. And we're out. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Anyways, it was a good game, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright guys, and we are back. So I'm going to humbly hold my L. I still had a lot of fun that game. There's just something about this deck I find so incredibly enjoyable, and if you like control, honestly, try it out for yourself. That last game, it was what it was. I know I shouldn't have slammed Chandra on 6. Like, I understand that, and if I had more time, I wouldn't have. I just felt like I had to put an actual clock on my opponent, and after not seeing any Dream Trawlers in game 1 or game 2, I figured, what's the worst they could do? Play a Planeswalker and I deal with it eventually with the Shark or something, or I deal with it with Chandra. But then they play Dream Trawler and I'm like, well, fuck. I cited out my answers to that because, well, you didn't see it in game 1's 1 or 2, and I didn't have exactly much time to kill them. I had like 5 minutes. So I should have conceded game 2 earlier, but I kind of was holding out for, I'm not even sure what. There was a certain point where they turned a quarter and I probably stayed in for about 2-3 minutes too long, but even then, like, maybe I want to play it as aggressively on game 3, but all in all, aside from taking pretty long to make my decisions, I don't think I played horribly except for the Chandra Slam, which again, I would argue in the spot I was in was pretty justified. So I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm not going to play another one. In fact, I'm just going to go edit this video and hop off to sleep, but I really do enjoy this this deck. So try it out for yourself. It will be in the description down below as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.